June 15, 2021. I was sitting on my bed, watching the new Nintendo Direct, when suddenly, oh, a new WarioWare. Cool, I've been wanting one of these. WarioWare is one of those games that I really wanted to play, but never got a chance because I didn't have a console that was on. The game was releasing on September 10th. Huh, I thought, I'll have to buy that. September 10, 2021. I forgot the game existed. In retrospect, this was a mistake. September 11th, the day after September 10th, 2021. I remember the game existed. Huh, I thought, I should buy that. Okay, so there are two places near my house that sell video games. One is the first bowling alley themed Target in Portland, Oregon. Yes, we have two. The other is a Fred Meyer, which was a bit farther away. If you live in one of the weird parts of the country that doesn't have Fred Meyer, let me explain. So imagine a Kroger. I ended up walking to the bowling Target because it was closer. And getting the choice between walking a short distance to get WarioWare and a long distance to get WarioWare, I choose the short distance. I walked past the bowling themed Target orb, went to the back of the store to the electronics section, and there I found not WarioWare. WarioWare is WarioWare. I want to buy WarioWare, but I can't find out WarioWare it is. They were sold out. Now I had two options. I could either keep walking and try the Fred Meyer, or I could get on a bus, get off the bus, get on another bus, get off that bus, and boom, GameStop. Armed with the knowledge that WarioWare was now a hot commodity, I bet I have a better chance finding this game at the stop of games rather than at the mire of Fred. And also I didn't have to walk there. It was 90 degrees out. I really wanted to minimize my walking distance that day. Now, there was a third option. Go home. Open the Switch eShop, purchase and download the game from the comfort of my own home. But you see, if there's one thing I'm passionate about that isn't Wario, it's concrete matter. My parents never bought me a game console when I was a kid. I couldn't have one until I bought it with my own money. 5-year-old me saw all the other kids with their Wii's out with a big stack of physical games that they could pop into their system and play. I was so jealous. But now that I'm big and employed, I like to make up for lost time building my own stack of physical game cases. It may be petty, but hey, can you arrange your digital files by Donkey Kong prevalence? Don't answer. So just buy the game on Amazon. Two problems. One, I wanted to exercise my God-given right to Wario today and not in a few days to allow for shipping time. The other thing is that I really don't want my money on the plate of Jeffrey Amazon himself. The two things I'm most passionate about in life, aside from Wario and concrete matter, are bricks and mortar. And purchasing WarioWare from a store allowed me to indulge in all four of my passions.
Thank you.
This was my stop. My GameStop. I walked through the pedestrian-unfriendly parking lot of a shopping center, walked into the GameStop, and I was sure they would have WarioWare at GameStop, but the Wario were sold out. I wasn't gonna give up yet. Hey, do you have Wario?
Let me check. Alright, hi. Sorry, we're all out, unfortunately. I believe we do have some copies in Wilsonville, though, if you want to check there.
Wilsonville. Okay, so here's Portland. Here's where I was. Here's 13,500 clones of myself lying on the ground end to end. And here's Wilsonville. I'm not gonna lie, I considered hitchhiking, but I decided against it. There was another option on the other side of the parking lot. I usually avoid going to Walmart, partially because it's pretty far from where I live, and partially because Mr. Doug Walmart likes to visit every single store and beat every employee to death. It's a real drag on the business, but he just enjoys it so much. But I was willing to put my morals aside for a second. For Wario. I've never felt more like an American. After traversing this labyrinth of Americana, I found what I was looking for. The electronics section. This was the moment of truth. Had Doug Walmart blessed me with a copy of WarioWare Get It Together? God damn it, Wario, where the fuck is it? But hey, at least I could purchase a 4-in-1 Adam Sandler DVD pack. At this point, any sane person would give up. Go home, or try again some other day, when demand for Wario had died down. Or should I say, any sane coward? I didn't just want Wario, I needed Wario. I was in a completely different part of the city from where I started. It would take a while to get home, so I might as well keep looking, right? This is your brain on Wario deprivation. I hopped on another bus. Even though I didn't live here, I was familiar with this part of town. I knew of another place to find Wario, but after I got off this bus, there would be no bus going to my destination. I'd have to walk. I made my way down the street. It was a not great sidewalk in 90-degree heat, and I had to cross a freeway, but I knew that waiting on the other end was the potential for WarioWare. I had arrived at another Target. This one not themed like a bowling alley. It made sense. While the previous Target was built in a 1950s bowling alley, this one was built on a place called Dr. Co's Nervous Sanitarium. Honestly, a psychiatric institution themed Target sounds like the coolest thing ever to me, but to each their own. I approached the video game section. Either this Target would have Wario, or it wouldn't have Wario. The stakes were high. Wario, what the fuck? For the fourth time in a row, I was Wario cock-blocked by the retail industry. Well before, there had always been hesitation, having to make a decision between going home and continuing my Wario quest. This time, there was none. My mind had been made up. I was returning home with Wario, no matter what it took. There was no question of if. There's only a question of how. As I took a fat shit, I connected to Target Wi-Fi. It's worth mentioning at this point that I was flying fast and loose with no mobile data. I used up my entire plan for the month of September by watching YouTube without realizing I wasn't on Wi-Fi. Nice move, Henry! That meant that, unless I was on public Wi-Fi, I had no Google Maps, no way to check bus routes, and no way to call in any sort of help. I had been winging it up to this point, coasting off my knowledge of local geography, but I was about to enter uncharted territory. I needed to make a plan. Do you remember Fred Meyer? There was one nearby. It was 20 minutes by foot, but the bus wouldn't come until 30, so I'd be walking. From there were another 2 Fred Meyers in a relatively straight line, the last of which was the Fred Meyer close to where I started. 3 Fred Meyers, 3 chances to get WarioWare. If all 3 failed, I don't know, Wilsonville? I got up and got going. The walk to the first Fred Meyer wasn't great. Portland is often considered one of the most walkable places in the country. But let me tell you something. Portland is not a monolith. Down by the river, everything was built in the 19th century. Everything was made to be very walkable because cars did not exist yet. Going out more and you get to the streets laid out in the 1920s and 30s. At this point, cars were a thing, but they weren't the only thing. Still quite nice to walk around. Once you get past 82nd Avenue, everything is built in the 80s. We drive cars now. It's the way of the future. Pedestrians? What are you, gay? We hate gay people because it's the 1980s. So yeah, not a great walking experience. Eventually, I got to Fred Meyer. I found my coveted electronics section, and no WarioWare. Just kidding! They had WarioWare! Wario, there it is! A sheet of glass was all that stood between me and my long-coveted Wario. This was it. My journey was coming to an end.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, can I get WarioWare Get It Together?
Oh, let me get it for you. Let me try that again. Hey, I have a child trying to purchase a video game and the computer doesn't allow it. Yeah, Wario. So I can't sell it to him? So the child doesn't get to purchase the Wario game. Alright, I'll tell him. Get fucked.
They couldn't sell it to me because their system refused to acknowledge the existence of Wario. I was so close. I could have held it in my... They just couldn't... They didn't... Fuck's sake. I hope you can feel the devastation, because trust me, I felt it 10 times harder. The next Fred Meyer should be easy to get to from here. Just a short walk to a bus stop, then take a bus directly to my destination. God, I miss buses. I'm gonna try to describe how my feet feel right now. So, you see how I'm wearing shoes? Imagine if these were cheese graters. It was the hottest part of the day and the hottest part of the year too. And I was getting tired, sweaty, and thirsty. In retrospect, I should have gotten something to drink at Fred Meyer, but I wasn't about to go back to the place that had forsaken me. So I got to the bus stop and I waited. And waited. And waited. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. It had to go soon, right? 15? 20? There's a convenience store right there. I could just go in there and get something to drink. But I don't want to miss my bus. 25, 30... If I had mobile data, I could just check the schedule, but what's taking so long? It has to be soon, right? 35? Okay, I'm just walking. With an extra 40 minutes of walking time added to my journey, my spirit was starting to break. I was still dedicated to Wario, don't get me wrong, but how much would I be willing to suffer for him? If these last 2 places didn't have Wario, it would be time to give up. You see how I'm wearing shoes? Imagine if they were cheese graters filled with razor blades. I was halfway there when, ooh, Burgerville. Now, why did I order a milkshake instead of a drink when, as I said, I was incredibly thirsty? Because I'm a dumbass and they are tasty. Feeling slightly refreshed, I carried on my journey. You know how they say 70% of the human body is water? Currently, all 70 of those percents are sweat, and all 70% are in my crotch. I'm very sweaty. I said slightly. Anyway, I arrived at Fred Meyer. I'll be honest, despite my complaining and despite my prior experience, I was still an optimist at heart. I just knew that Wario would be there when I turned the corner. There is a Wario-shaped hole inside my Wario-shaped heart. Okay, that one hurt. But at least I could finally purchase something to quench me. So thirsty. One left. One final chance. And it was the store I turned down at the start. The first branching path of this whole choose your own adventure. That one Fred Meyer that was farther from my house than the bowling target. I could take a bus there. There were perfectly good bus routes. But something about the heat, my exhaustion, or my experience waiting almost 40 minutes for a bus that wasn't real put me off that idea. I was on the final leg of my journey. I would crawl to that store if I needed to. The sun was going down. I'd been going all day. My legs felt like, well... Okay, so... See how I'm wearing shoes? Imagine if they were cheese graters full of razor blades. And also, I was constantly stepping on a chainsaw. That's how this feels. As I reached my final store, I was ready to give up. What was the point? Did I think this Fred Meyer would have it if Bowling Target, GameStop, Walmart didn't target him, Fred Meyer didn't? And even if they did have it, would they be able to sell it to me? The other Fred Meyer couldn't. What if they used the same system? Could I handle another heartbreak? It didn't matter. It didn't matter. I tried my best. I really did, but Wario was a slippery fellow. He would have to wait another day. Oh my god, there it is!
Hey there, can I help you with anything?
Yeah, can you get Wario for me, please?
Yeah, sure, let me get that.
Oh my god, please god, let me have Wario. Please let me have Wario. I need it so god, please, oh god.
You know, I've been thinking about getting this game for myself. Like, I remember playing it a lot on GameCube, and I liked it, but I haven't played it since.
You just let me Wario right fucking now, I swear to fuck. Yeah, you should get it. Digitally.
Alright, here you go.
Yes! Finally! Thank you so much.
Okay.
Wario!
Wario.
My friends, you're looking at a brand new WarioWare Wario owner.